Let me tell you about a time I lost over $6,000 in real estate in Dominican Republic and what we do to ensure it doesn't happen to our clients. In Dominican Republic, real estate is conducted many different ways, and sometimes the contracts aren't as tight as they need to be. I once found a beautiful home at an amazing price in the Sosua area, and I knew this was the dream home I'd always been looking for. So we made an offer, we did a little negotiating, and the owner accepted. Once the house was under contract, I did what I always tell my clients to do, which is get a home inspection. And since this home needed renovations, I also brought out someone to give me an estimate on how much it would cost to make the home how I want it. Also in Dominican Republic, you want to have an independent survey to ensure that the land lines and the land that they're saying fits within this guidelines or on the title is the actual parcel of land. These costs are typically on you as the buyer if you decide to do these things because they're considered elective and not mandatory. So I paid an appraiser. I also had someone go in and look at the repairs that needed to be needed, and I also had someone survey the land. While this was going on, I had my attorney preparing the official completed file, which we have to pay for. Everything was going well, everything looks great. The surveys and things came back. The repairs were within my means, and this was looking like a beautiful deal. Things took a turn for the left when the seller's wife decided that they no longer wanted to sell this property because they were going through a nasty divorce and they wanted more out of the deal. So the seller decided to back out, which left me on the hook for all the money I had spent thus far doing my due diligence to acquire this property. Now, typically in contracts, there's something for you to get your deposit back, and they are good at protecting you, make sure you can get your deposit back. However, what they often miss is any capital you may put out to make this deal happen. And if the deal is canceled of no fault of your own, like my scenario, you cannot recoup these costs. So the money I paid to the attorneys to do the contracts, appraisers, estimates on rehab, all these things I spent money on, I was no longer able to get that money back. The owner canceled the contract while he worked out the details with his wife, and I was out of over $6,000. So the way to prevent this is to ensure in your contract that it states verbally, if the sale is canceled of no fault of the buyer, that the seller will reimburse capital invested in due diligence for this project. That way, if they decide to back out the deal on the ninth hour, all the time and effort, flights and things you may have spent to get this deal done, and they backed out, you can be reimbursed for. If you're looking to work with someone who's professional, who has over 15 years experience in the real estate market, reach out to the Beasley Group. We're more than happy to serve you.